Welcome back to Mr. Keeyzo's Corner. I got another special guest in the building tonight. Author, former radio personality, now stay-at-home mom. Am I correct? Also, her name is Larisa Routie. Please welcome Larisa Routie to the Keeyzo's Corner show. How you doing, Larisa?
How you doing? I'm good. Thank you for having me today.
Oh, thank you for pulling up on me. I thought you wasn't going to come, but you walked in just in time.
Perfect timing.
Perfect timing. So, you have this book out. First of all, let's take it back. You say you were a former radio personality. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so I was a former radio personality. I was on 94.5 out in Orlando. I was also on the Beats. Mm-hmm. So that radio station that came out from where DJ Khaled came out, DJ Pro Style came out, DJ Nasty came out.
Okay.
They're out in Miami. Nasty and Khaled were out in Orlando, but Nasty's still in Orlando. Khaled's in Miami still. They're big time, like record producers, Grammy Award winners. Pro, I think, just came back to Orlando as well. So that's where I'm at. I'm out in Orlando. I also did 100 for the Beats. Uh-huh. And I was on Saturday night, prime time, out in like everywhere, LA, Texas.
So what made
Florida.
you want to give it up?
That little one over there.
Yeah?
Yeah, I stopped when I was pregnant with my son.
Okay.
And I gave up Radio Dan. But I had my own TV show for like 3 years out here in New York, just a few years ago. So I was a TV host. I had my own show.
Okay.
Out in the Asian market. So I was on ITV, regular TV across the world.
Okay.
So I had my own show. Then I went back to Orlando and had my own podcast for about 3 years.
So you kind of still stayed in media some type of way, because usually, when people get into like a radio personality, they're there for like 20, 30 years. Mm-hmm. They don't really go anywhere. So, and you chose motherhood over being a radio personality.
Yeah, so now I'm trying to get back into the game again. So like I wrote a book. I'm about to do a movie off of the book. That's why I'm out here pushing and promoting it right now. And then on top of that, I do real estate as well. I'm a celebrity realtor. So,
Okay.
I have a lot of like athletes as clients and stuff like that.
Okay. I mean, that's better than being a radio personality. Pays way more than being a radio personality.
Yes, it does.
But your book, Chicks Before?
Yeah, so it's Chicks Before Dicks. Yeah. I know you probably didn't want to say that, but I always say...
No, you had said earlier, you said Richard, so I was
Oh, yeah, so it's Chicks Before Dicks. I always say Dick's short for Richard, or there's a Moby Dick, so people are just like, oh, okay, you can't say that word on radio, but it is what it is.
Right.
And my book, Chicks Before Dicks, by me, Larisa A Routie, it's about women empowerment. It's about sisterhood. It's about loyalty. It's about respect. It's about instilling value back into young girls, because I feel like we need that right now. I know you said earlier that, the game right now, everyone wants to go where the bag is, right?
Yeah, it's a little different. I mean, and I guess the older women might understand it more than the younger women at this point, because I know, like, everybody's chasing the bag, and if you're not messing with this dude anymore, he got a bag, and your girlfriend wants to get with him, she's going to get with him thinking she could get a bag out of him. And it's just, the whole mentality to me is off. It's not. Back in the days, we had morals and things of that nature. And,
Absolutely.
The guy code, the bro code, the girl code. But tell us a little bit more about this book, because I'm interested to see what you're going to say.
So my book is about girl code. And the girl code is, right now in society, especially with the younger generation, you can go out somewhere like to a club or a lounge. You see like girls are all hanging. They might be dating a guy. The other homegirl's there. Next thing you know, the girl's like kissing the other homegirl. And she's not even dating him. She doesn't even care. And they're all okay with that. And that's not okay. Like, I'm not here to tell society how to be, But it's just like the society that we're in right now. It's just so corrupted. It's just so wrong. I just feel like we're selling our
Yeah,
souls to the devil
it's
in that way. And I just think I need to instill that again if I can make one change in some woman's life.
yeah. I mean, it's gonna be hard. I think the mentality these days are way different. I'm a senior citizen. You know what I'm saying?
You don't
So
look like no senior
and no, I'm
citizen.
serious. I'm a senior citizen. So when the way I grew up and watching the OGs before me and some of the OGs before them, even it was a different. It was different. It's not the same anymore. Like you can literally, like I was having a conversation the other day with a homegirl of mine. She was saying, oh, I'm gonna make a guy wait. He gotta wait 90 days, and I said, girl, ain't nobody waiting 90 days. What are you talking about? You can go to social media. You can see a girl. She's probably on gram kissing her girlfriend or doing whatever, and then an athlete, celebrity, or whatever sees that and then be like, yo, won't y'all come out, blah, blah, blah. And then they go out and they hang out. They look like, they jumping in the foreign cars and all of that. End of the night, everybody in the room doing them. So who the hell is going to wait 90 days when they can go the other route? So I understand when you're saying that you want to change the mentality.
So I understand what you're saying with the cookie, giving up the cookie in the 90-day probation period, right?
Yeah.
So it is what it is when it comes to the cookie part of it, the 90-day probation. So I know a lot of girls now when it comes to relationship, even dating younger, older, whatever it is. I mean, the mentality now is when you meet someone and you kind of like want to know if you're vibing or not, kind of like get that out of the way right away. Because if that's not a click and it's not good, then why waste time? So it can go both ways when it comes to that. My book is about teaching, well, my homegirl and I, shouldn't be going after the same guy. If I'm with someone, then you shouldn't even be looking at my man. It's just a respect kind of thing. Mm-hmm. I shouldn't even have to wonder, if I bring my man or a guy that I'm dating around my friends or my homegirl, I should not have to wonder if my back is turned that my homegirl is, or him, vice versa. Say if the guy was a dog and he was the one that was making the move, my homegirl should be strong enough as a woman to be like, listen, that's my homegirl. I'm not going that route. But if she did go that route, that's slimy.
Yeah, I mean, it is, but, you got to know your homegirl. And, if that's really your girl, she's not going to do that. But, some girls meet girls from other girls and they get cool and that's my bestie and all this and all that.
Exactly.
And then next thing you know, they sliding off. And I think, too, is it's an opportunity thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
If they feel like, some girls feel like they got FOMO, fear of missing out. So if they ain't getting what they need, they gonna look at you and figure out, oh, well, she's with this guy and she's doing all right. Mm-hmm. And every time she walks away, he's looking at me. So I think it's just a girl thing. Like if she's really a girl, she's not gonna do that. But I've seen it. Listen, I've been in this business for a long time. I didn't see it all. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see it all. I didn't see girls slide their numbers to they girlfriend's man, and be like, hey, call me, and just all kind of stuff I've seen. And it ain't right, but it happens every day.
Let me ask you a question. You said you came from OG, right? Mm-hmm. When it comes to bro code, and your homie brings a girl in, say she got it together, she's fine, and you're just like, but that's my homie's girl, right? Say opportunity came and she's flirting with you. What are you gonna do?
I don't do nothing.
Okay.
And that's the single me talking. I ain't gonna do nothing to my brother. See, I'm married, so I definitely ain't doing nothing.
That's awesome. Okay.
But I've seen it happen both ways. I've seen guys break the bro code, and I've seen girls break the girl code. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I said, if you're an opportunist, it's whatever you feeling at that moment and how you trying to, get your level up. You know what I'm saying? Some people are jealous. Like you can have like the best relationship with somebody, and this dude is rich or celebrity or whatever the case may be. He's treating you very well. She may be in a relationship where her man is cheating on her, not coming home, beating her ass, and doing all kind of stuff. And then she's looking at you like, damn, I wish I could have that. And then if the opportunity is there, no matter how cool you are, it's not even about how cool you are. You two are. You know what I'm saying? It's about what she's missing, what she don't have in life, and why. It's just like the same thing when you look on the gram and everybody's doing doing good. In actuality, that's not the case.
No, social media, I tell people all the time, you have your life in social media, but then you have your real life.
Yeah.
And those two don't mix because you're showing people what you want to show them. People have to understand sometimes what people are showing you is not really the truth. It's just an illusion. That's what it is. It's an illusion.
Like people get on there every day and, sometimes they see a fancy car and they go stand around a couple of fancy cars and take pictures all day, and then you think this guy has all of these different cars and he don't have none of them. People be fronting for the gram too. They go rent a car and then stand in front of it like, yeah, this is me, I'm posting up, and it's not even their car.
Like for me, for instance, like with this book and the movie and stuff like that, like I want to bring substance. It's going to be funny. Like I want to have D. Ray Davis in there as a comedian.
That's
I
my
already
guy,
have
too.
certain comedies and really good actors and actresses that I want to bring up into the movie, and that's what I'm working on right now. It's just, I'm excited about it for the new year. I've started out my new year just grinding already as we can speak and say right now. I'm all about like making stuff happen, not just saying, but making it actually happen. That's where I'm at right now for 2024.
Yeah, I mean, a movie, it may translate well into a movie. I mean, depending on how you do it, if it's going to be comedic.
It is.
And
You ever saw like Thinking Like a Man and like all that stuff?
Yeah.
That's what how my book. A lot of people have compared my book to like Thinking Like a Man by Steve Harvey because it's like teaching men how women think and how they should, react if if an issue arises. So it teaches a lot too. It's not just a regular book. It's self-help. It's showing you, how to instill boundaries in relationship, not just friendship, but any type of relationship. There's exercises that you can actually do in the book and go back into the book. So you're always going in the book. So that's what's good about it. With the movie, I already have, a director in mind. So we're working on that right now. So I'm pretty excited with that too as well.
Okay. When do you think you're trying to get it put out?
My goal is in 9 months. I'm trying to get it done within 9 months. That's my goal. So I have also 2 women conferences that I'm trying to work on too as well regarding the book. I'm trying to do women's conferences as well. So
let me ask you another question. What made you write the book? I see you have a love for trying to uplift women, but where does that come from?
Well, it comes from, I have all my friends from ever since I was a child. Not too many people can say, what I have my friends from my childhood, right? I have my friends from 7, 8, 9 years old. I still have those friends in my life.
Wow.
I have friends in my life that I could say I've been friends with for 30 years.
Yeah, I only got a couple. Half of them other people I don't mess with.
But that's what I'm saying. And then as we get older, I'm sure your circle kind of gets more and smaller because, they kind of weed out as time go by. It just gets smaller.
And sometimes also it's where you at in life. I know for me, building a FUBU brand and that getting to the height that it was, sometimes people don't grow with you, so they can't go with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, not that you have to cut them off, but some you do have to cut off because they're just not and I don't want to make it sound like it's a bad thing because, I know people that are with that I know that I grew up with that are totally alcoholics now, and when they
Yes, I know a
call
lot of
me,
those too.
is they're drunk as a skunk and they want to be, yeah, I don't want to hear that. I'm not that person anymore. I don't. That doesn't do anything for me. If you can't call me when you're sober, please don't call me when you're drunk. But there's some people that just don't they don't level up. They just kind of stay where they at. They don't, and then sometimes that's the environment and where they at, and you know where they grew up at, and they don't see anything else, so that's all they know. Well, you on the other hand may be traveling and doing different things and going places and seeing more, and it just takes you to another level. Um, Man, but I wish I could say that I've had all my friends since I was. Nah, I got my FUBU guys I had since I was like 15, and
Wow, you see?
yeah, but we've been hanging out and doing things together. But the people, my crew before that, I still got a couple of dudes I mess with, and two of my longest friends that I've had from like 11 and 12, I still have today. But
See?
all of them, nah.
Let me ask you, isn't that rare though to have that? Because you meet plenty of people
Yeah,
who don't have that. Where they're just meeting people like, oh yeah, he's been my friend for a year, and I'm just like, so you don't got friends past a year?
yeah,
Like
that's
this,
crazy.
and not to say I'm being judgmental because I'm not, but that just kind of makes you red flag a little bit because you can't keep a friend.
Yeah, nah, that's
Like there's
crazy.
something going on that you're doing that you don't have friends that got supporting you somehow or another. Like
Yeah,
for me, I have a sisterhood. I have quite a few different cliques, and they've been my clique, I would say, over 30 years each. 25 plus 30 years each. I have a few friends that are like new,
right,
a few years here and there, but they've actually grown and became family too as well. So they come in and they just become family. And for
right.
me, when you tell me about writing this book, what pushed me was is that something did happen. You know, something happened where a friend of mine who was in my life for 30 something years kind of did something like that to me. And it hurt so bad. And I couldn't get past it because that trust was broken. And it was a friend for like almost 40 years, actually. And so the trust was broken, the bond was broken, and I was crying, I was hurt. So it just took everything in me, and I wrote this book. And I wrote this book, I would say within 6 weeks, everything was
Wow.
done. Because the passion that was in me and the fire that was in me, I just poured it all into the book. And then as I was writing the book, the vision started to get bigger, and I felt like everything happens for a reason, and this was God's way of making it happen for me.
There was no way you could forgive her
No, I tried, but it just wasn't that way.
in 30 years of
You know
friendship.
what it was?
Yeah.
It wasn't that. It was I wanted to, and I said to that person, "Give me some time. Give me some time. Let me figure things out. I'm not gonna cut this off. Just give me some space." But like I'll give you an example. Say if it was a guy and girl relationship, right? And sometimes I'm gonna put myself if it was you, if I was the dude, right? And sometimes if you ask that girl, hey, just give me some time. Sometimes the girl doesn't want to hear, give me some time. She'll just start coming at you more and more and more, and then it becomes toxic, if that
Yeah.
makes sense,
No, I know what you mean.
right? Instead of just kind of like giving you that space that you really need, and you would have came back,
Right.
but she just throwing oil to the fire, if that makes sense,
Right.
right? So that's what happened because it just kept on throwing. I was just like, I just want some space, just a couple days. Give me a couple days. Let me figure this out. And wouldn't do it. It was just like it came with talks, and I was just like, I can't do this, and it was just done. And it was hard for me. It hurt me. It broke in me. Don't get me wrong. I miss that person dearly in my life because they were a big person in my life. Like I spoke to this person like every other day. But sometimes things happen where not everybody's meant to go on your journey or path.
I know that's right. And for me, like I'm a Scorpio, so I could be the nicest person
Oh yeah, I don't
to
like
you
to mess with
forever,
Scorpios.
and then when you do something crazy to me, I just
Y'all hold grudges for life.
yeah, I just,
For life. Like that does not go away.
yeah, nah, it's not a good thing. It's
My
not,
mom's a Scorpio. Let me tell you, when she holds a grudge, she holds a grudge.
yeah, it's not a good thing. I'm telling you. So, but it's crazy because like if you burn me, like I'm not that forgiving type like that. Like if I don't do anything to you and you burn me, I'm just not that. I'm not that person. I'm telling you, I just can't. Like, because I look at it like I'm a good person. I treat you good. There's no reason for you to burn me. So if you burn me, I don't need you around me because you're going to do it again. And I know a lot of people, even my mom, she'll say, oh, you got to be forgiving. You can't live with that. I can live with it.
So for me, I have forgive, but I forgive from afar. But I forgive within myself. I don't need to go tell a person I forgave them, but I have forgiven because that's for me. That's for myself.
Right.
Within, for myself. I'm not holding no grudges and wasting my time going through no hurt for somebody else. I'm not doing that anymore. So for my thing right now, I look at it as a positive thing. Look, a book came out of it. Look now, because if I gave up 40 years, then it has to be something worth it. 40 years is a lot. So it has to be now something worth it for 40 years that I gave up.
Yeah.
And I looked at it as it was God's way, and now it just became, I look at it as like a positive impact in my life. A positive impact now in my life where, it came out now where I want to help other women, younger girls, spreading that word, now making a movie out of it so it can, be now visual because a lot of these kids don't read nowadays. They don't. Everything's a YouTube, a video, and everything else.
Video and
yes.
That's pretty much their reading. Yeah, I know what you mean. So you've written the book, you have the movie coming out. Anything else you got going on that you want to tell us about?
I do real estate. So if anybody needs real estate out in Florida,
Shameless
investments.
plug.
You can follow me on the gram at Larisa, Larisa A Routie, Routie. You can go pick up my book on Amazon, Kindle, Barnes and Nobles. You can go pick up my book from there. Also, too, if you ever just need advice, DM me. If you ever need to talk, I'm one of those people that you can always contact, and I will always respond back.
Okay. So you respond. You don't just leave them.
No, actually, I do respond to people as long as they're not being disrespectful. When I go online, sometimes I'll be like, "Oh my God, get off my life."
Social media has given the voice to the voiceless, and sometimes it's not all good.
No, it's not. So you have to understand when you're a public figure, there's the good and the bad come with it. Like I always tell people, good publicity, bad publicity is publicity, and you just got to look at it. Even if it's bad coming out. Just look at it. If you were not doing something good, then they will have nothing bad to talk about.
Say that again. Well, thank you for coming to the Keeyzo's Corner show.
Anytime.
Pulling up on me. I wish you a safe trip back. And,
thank you.
And anytime you got something going on, just let me know.
Sure will. Thank you so much for having
Let
me.
us know when the movie comes out. Come back
I
when
will.
the movie
I'll
comes
come
out.
back for sure.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Larisa.
You're welcome.
We out.